everybody. Before we get into this live, I just wanted to go over a quick overview of the reasons why I felt important to come on. First, I do have to go to my dad's later on this afternoon, and I won't be back until late this evening, as we have a party to go to for my son, my dad, my brother, and everybody's back in town, so we're going to go over there. But I wanted to do a live still, because I think there's a lot of information that needs to be pushed around here. I think there's a lot going on that might not be capturing the attention of everybody on this Sunday. We're coming down to the weekly candle close here. So if this doesn't get a lot of attention during the live, I'll just do this as a normal update. And if there's more people that do show up during the live itself, then I will continue to expand this into like a longer live to like an hour or so. But if not, I'll do this about 20-25 minutes if nobody does show up, because I'm not sure that there's going to be anybody in here just because it's on a weekend, and I don't know how widely pushed around this is going to be. So with that being said, XRP approaches that weekly candle close here, and unfortunately on the weekly candle here we've slipped below the 2018 resistance. Vincent Ortega, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army along with Mark Casson for 3 months plus with the XP Meteor. Jeffrey, appreciate you tuning in as always. What's up? Welcome in. CJ2 Pilot, good late morning and welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months with the XP Predictor. Martin, good afternoon or good morning. Vado Damas, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 3 months plus. 3 months plus with the XP Meteor. Bob Burtner, also in Tom's Army for 3+ months with the XP Meteor. Good morning to you, Bob. Good to see everybody tuning in right now. Good to see everybody starting to tune in. I appreciate that you're able to see this. Wales, Josie Wales, welcome. Welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 6+ months with the XP Predictor. Yes, we're definitely going to see if the news is bullshit or not, but there is definitely some stuff that's starting to come out here, and only few sources have it. Whether it's true or not, it's definitely something we have to pay attention to. And the fact that we're below the very critical 2018 resistance is not a good sign. If you're part of Tom's Army, I did add a special perk for you. So everybody who's in here or watching in the rerun who sees this in the future, if you're part of Tom's Army, press in the comments and you'll see on the right now special emojis for each member of Tom's Army. Not just in the lives, but in comments as well. It was approved today. But you have your special emojis. So if you go into the emoji badges, just so I can show you, and I'll show you one time, everybody will be able to see this, whether they watch this now or later. Let me just get into my content real quick. Let me click on this. Let me just, and then if we go into the comments, whoops, if I go into the comments, and everybody in Tom's Army can do this now. If you click on the comments, you click on the emojis, you see XRP Future Millionaire here. These are all specific emoji badges for members of Tom's Army. So if you're a member of Tom's Army, this is exclusive to you, whether it's in comments, lives, chat, whatever. I created as many as I could before they said no more. And I even did sunny days in here. So if you're a fan, I'm going to put one of each in the comments right now. And if you're part of Tom's Army, you can share every single one of these. So I do appreciate each and every one of you. So this is just so we can have a tighter community. And if you are a member, you feel special, and you can see that there are reasons to be in Tom's Army. And if you do join because you do appreciate my work, you do have special perks that you can use now as far as the emojis. And I really am appreciative of all the emojis, and they all have their special meaning. There's a bullish emoji. There's a bearish XRP emoji. There's a bulls versus the bears. There's an XRP opportunity badge. There's a lot of different ones there. So there's the disaster one, and just a whole bunch of different ones. So thank you to all the members of Tom's Army. So that is definitely exclusive for each and every one of you. So I will love to see that in the comments as well. So the speculation here, and the source I'm using is just because they wrote it out nicely, but you can see this a little bit on X as well. You have not seen anything concrete at all. Nothing has come out from the big horses. So don't think that this is something that's being echoed by Brad Garlinghouse or James K. Phelan, or some of the bigger ones that are talking about this right now. So don't think that that's what's happening, but it's definitely starting to circulate a little bit. Janthony, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for your 2nd month with the Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News. Devin, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for well over a year now with the I Told You So badge. Greatly appreciate that. So we'll go over all the news and notes, I promise. If you're part of my copy trading, we did have a Ethereum trade last night, and I'll show you what happened with that. And then, yeah, sell the rumor, buy the news. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're having a little bit of a sell-off here. And, you know, XRP selling off a little more. There's some other ones that are selling off. But XRP's come down from, it's not just a 2.5% drop. Yeah, on the day it's a 2.5% drop. But XRP actually, for a moment there last night, got up. And it wasn't just, let's see. On Thursday we got up there. And then last night we got up to, what was this? 60.1 roughly. 60.1 is where we got up to roughly last night. So if you look at from where we got up to at 60.1, it's not just a 2.5% drop. That's what kind of sucks about this. It's a better than 6% drop in the area we're in. About a 5%, 5.25% drop where we're at right now from the swing high. So it's not just, hey, we came back down. You know, we actually came back below as well the 2018 resistance, which to me is, that cannot happen. We don't want to have a weekly candle close here. Now we put ourselves in an area where if this doesn't play out as a bull flag, that now all of a sudden it could play out as a break back through. And now we have kind of our last stand support at 54.2 cents. And it's not a good situation right now at all. We don't want this to end up like this. Alexander says, wake up, smell the coffee indeed. XRP flying time has come. And it's not, I'm not telling anybody to sell. I'm a long-term holder of XRP. My swing trades, I have none open right now with XRP. But we do see what's, this it's interesting right now. It's interesting because is that a bull flag? Or is this going to be a bearish like bump and run pattern where it kind of has the illusion of a second top that's about to happen, but never actually plays true. So it never actually comes up and even has a chance to top like that. And kind of like in a bearish bump and run scenario. Because a bullish, you would just bounce out. But a bearish one, you kind of create that second hump and it goes nowhere. And then it just kind of pulls you through. Now, I don't want that to happen, but it's possible it could. Yes, the broke band chart, Chris. A little bit of humor there indeed. So, we got a lot to talk about here. We'll read through that article to see if there's any validity, if anybody thinks that anything is possible. There's been more echoings of it on X. And then just from some random useless sources. But we'll go through the pages on X so you can see exactly if there's been anything said by the main likes in Ripple, the CEOs, you know, the ones who usually will spin a narrative. We'll see if there's anything said by the higher ups, or if this is just a facade right now, or if this is something deeper that maybe is just hitting the surface here, and many don't want to acknowledge that this, because the SEC has said in the past that if Ripple went along with their stablecoin, that it would violate securities laws. That's not something they haven't said. And now the rumor is that they're looking into it now that they've had the beta testing in the last 48 hours. So there is definitely something to be looking at with the financial issues looming worldwide, as some have said, financial crisis, all the world has said. There's definitely that looming as well, the threat of World War III, if you want to call it that. And just a financial collapse that is unavoidable. So make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update. If you're trying to get in a position with XRP and you don't know how, if you're in the USA or worldwide, look in the video description below. There's BITUNIX and HOTCOIN. I really do enjoy using both of them thoroughly. Low spot and leverage trading fees. You don't need a VPN or KYC on either of them to get going. And only a KYC if you send or receive from a bank account. So I definitely, that's exactly, Shadow, that's exactly where I sold my swing bag, was right around, well, I did mine around 61.1. So not exactly where you did, but once we lost 61.1, I couldn't hold it anymore. And I said if we held the 2018 resistance as support, I would buy that swing bag back. And that had over 3,000 extra XRP in it. So it wasn't a small swing bag. It had a few $1,000s worth. That made me some nice profit from the swing support at the 57.3. And I sold at 61.06, I believe it was. Not because I wanted to, but because it rotated back down. I can't help it that it got a rejection last night, or just before, but all I can do is stay vigilant. But I still have my long-term bag of over 12,000 XRP that never gets touched, and that was repurchased back at 34 cents. Slight bit more that we swapped, well, not a slight, but we did $5,000 worth on the XRP Bitcoin pairing when it fell at 38 cents. And then we ended up selling that when the XRP Bitcoin pairing was approaching the 1,000 sat level. So it was a very opportunistic trade. And the XRP, to put it in perspective, went from 38 and it was up near 58 cents, 57 cents, something like that. Anyhow, so we'll get into this. Make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this update or this live. By you just hitting the like button, I pop up in the YouTube news feed, and whether you've ever seen my content or not, you'll be able to see my content. So with that being said, make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Trading with J Ride, welcome, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 or 2 years with the XRP 589 Moon Badge. If you're just tuning in and you're part of Tom's Army, go to comments, click on the emoji on the right side in comments, and this is for lives or updates. It got approved today, but there's an XRP Future Millionaire emoji section now, and it's filled with the limit of emojis that I could upload. And members of Tom's Army they now have their own personalized emojis if they would like to use them. So just so you know, make sure to hit that like button. I'll catch you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 11:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday, August 11th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. No idea how many people are here, and I only care about making sure I put out a good update, so I'm not going to look at least until like 11:45, so I see if I need to stick around or if I should just end it there. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in on this early morning. I appreciate everybody's hit that like button. I'd like to welcome in the new members and the old members that have found their way back to the community. Each part to me is so very vital and integral. The first part allowed me to put into place, the older members, my ideals of positivity over negativity, the helpful over hurtful mindset. We are winners here, not victims, and we do not put down somebody. We help them, we lift them. So we will see darkness here, but the light will help shine through and it will help defeat the darkness. See, you need the dark to show the light, and you need the light to show the true dark. Light always beats the darkness with love. Love is the way. So the new members, it is your motive and your agenda here to push forward that mindset, but also bring us new ideas. So keep that in mind if you're new or older members. This is a place of positivity over negativity, bottom line. So XRP right now, the biggest issue we have, and, you know, it's a doozy right now. And we'll go over the chart for anybody who's new. So I'll keep it in the 4-hour perspective because I think it'll look kind of cool in the 4-hour, even though we have to go way back. No, it won't. It'll be too much. So we'll just go into the weekly. So $3.31 depending on exchange. That is all-time highs. Good morning, Sully, 7,000 Island Escape, Maria Louise Willamese. Good evening. Or good morning. I seen one other person as well. And if you're wondering why I'm here so early, I have a party to go to at my dad's house for my son from his birthday because my dad's back in town finally, and so is my brother. So we'll be there all afternoon starting at about 2. So I wanted to do a live so everybody could stay on top of things because you might not hear from me the rest of the day. And you'll probably hear short at some point as well at my dad's. But as far as a live, I won't be able to do one later today. 331's first resistance, January of 2018, all-time highs. It's still the swing high in 10.8 cents. Took 27 months to get to the swing low. Support one at 10.8 cents. That is still the swing low in this 6.5-year formation. Chris, thank you for not only being in Tom's Army for your second month with the emoji badge of Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News, but also a $10 donation with testicular fortitude. Yes, you need testicular fortitude as well to be in this market. Support 2 is December, January of 21 at 18.2 cents. Resistance 2 at $1.98, April of 2021. Support 3, January of 2023 at 30.3 cents. Support resistance 3, 74.8 cents, March of 24. Support 4, 40.2 cents, July of 24. Resistance 4, 58 cents. Right around, we're calling that resistance 4 right there, July of 2024. And now what happens here? Do we get a concrete resistance 5 and 8 in August of 25? Or does this turn into one big support area? Unfortunately, as of right now, it seems to be pulling along standard operating procedure, and it's using it as a resistance as of now. And this pattern we've built now in the shorter time frames looks like a topping reversal pattern, and I'm not very happy about it. The news that's starting to articulate out, I'm not very happy about the fact that if the SEC does have a sore spot here that's still a vendetta and a vindictive nature, they could in fact agree to the terms of the $125 million, and then because of the stable coin, they could technically say this opens up a new set of security violations. Even though if they do agree, it does put into some sort of set, rules that they can't exactly go after everything related to, well, they can't say XRP is a security in the future, but on the ledger, there's certain things they can't go after. But as far as them saying the Ripple stablecoin goes against security laws, they've already put that out before. So would I be surprised if they go after him again? No, I wouldn't. But would it be a stupid idea? Probably, especially with what's going on with Kamala Harris and Trump both saying that they're backing crypto. She's the crypto queen. He's the crypto president. That means the central banks are getting ready to issue the central bank digital currency. Don't be fooled. They're both controlled by the central bank. So you ask yourself the bigger question, why are both candidates suddenly strong on crypto? It's because the central banks are getting ready to issue the central bank digital currency, aka digital ID, aka I better shut up before I get banned. So that's what we're looking at for XRP. This very well could still be a bull flag in disguise, and it came below the 2018 resistance to throw us off the scent for the ones who are going to sell, which I would not advise. But it could, in fact, still break out and come up here to that 72 cent area. It has a technical breakup move to there. But if it comes down much farther and it gets below 54.2, it's going to open up the floodgates. If it comes below here, and then let's say it does this, it opens up the floodgates. This very well could have turned into a head and shoulders or a bearish bump and run pattern, the way it's set up. If it's bullish, it could bump back up. But right now, it's almost setting up like last Sunday. And I don't want to say we're going to have another crash because last Sunday was crazy. 14% down on Bitcoin. XRP got hammered. There was a lot of stuff that happened in the market where we lost a lot in the market cap. But it almost has a similar feel to last Sunday. It really, really does. It's just, we're not getting the general support that we need. We're not getting the volatility coming in a positive direction. Even when we were moving up yesterday, the one thing I kept pointing to the last couple of days is the volume's not where I would like to see it. It doesn't mean we're going to break down, but it means that it gives us, that the illusion here is that for new people coming in like retail, they're not starting to see that big buying pressure that they would like to see that might make them want to buy into the market. Yeah, on Friday it was great. We got like 6 billion in volume. It's dropped off dramatically since that announcement. Look at that drop off. It's not even a discussion here. It's just been a crazy drop off. And now it almost looks like you're getting the sellers that come out at the back end of this. And if it happens for much longer, this is where you can get into trouble. Hourly's into the oversold. 2 hourly's got a lot of room still to get there. I still don't see an invalidation yet, but the fact we've come under the 2 hourly and the 200 day here, the moment we lose that 56.8, it's all but going to invalidate this. If we come back down below, I mean, if it's not good if we keep coming farther down. We basically need to cut this off now and start pushing back up, especially over the 2018 resistance. But that 61.2 cents, and let's move it into current times. And I know this is a lot to take in, so I encourage you to come back day after day so that you can get a real basic and more in-depth understanding. Most people that teach this over and over, they'll make you join and look at their classes or whatever the hell their agenda and their thing. I try to do it a different way. I don't have anything you can buy like class material. I just tell you to come in every day to the lives and updates, and I'm going to reaffirm every single day what's going on, and eventually you're going to have no choice but to retain it, just like in school. So 61.4 cents is the rising channel. 63.6 cents is the downtrending resistance. Can you draw a trend line on lows of the rising channel support? Yeah, I already did. This is the rising channel support here. With it, so basically what's going on here, and I have it all on this chart, there's a cup and handle with the handle filled with the falling channel as well. There's also a rising channel here, which you've already spoke of, which right now, that rising channel resistance, it's not support right now. You need to hold, and that's what I was speaking of, 61.4 cents. No, Boomer, don't be sorry. It's an excellent question, and because of your question, I expanded this quicker than I was going to, so that you could see the formation. It's an absolutely valid question because you need to see this. The rising channel resistance that goes all the way back to here in January roughly of 23 when it started. The resistance right now is here at 61.4 cents. And I'll take this out of the weekly in a sec. We also have this falling channel resistance here, which is also the cup and handle resistance. So it's a dual layered resistance. The handle support is right here coming across, and that's at 42 cents. Now, if it comes into the falling channel again, now that we got rejected and it comes through, 34.7 cents is the floor support on the falling channel. The rising channel resistance is all the way up here at 85 cents right now. The falling channel support, which we've fallen back through, is at 61.4. Excellent question, and it needs to be understood as well. That's an excellent question. And see, we got rejected there. And now if we come back up, it needs to get back above 61.4. It's been a overwhelming rejection point on that handle resistance this entire time. And furthermore, that rising channel resistance, now that we cannot flip the support no matter how hard we try, we're starting to put ourselves in a kind of like a we're putting ourselves in a situation where it's not good news. The daily time frame, even though it was showing some signs of life, we never even came close to creating a new swing high throughout the daily at 60.3 and above, but we definitely created a new swing low below 57.85. So that's not exactly good news. So everything I'm seeing right now, unless we have a miraculous reversal here before the daily close at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, certainly has the bullish overtone, or the bearish overtone. We've seen Ethereum go up to 2,700 and just crashed back down. And speaking of Ethereum, we did have, if you're part of the COPYTRADE group, we have 135 people in here, so I will definitely stay on for a little bit longer here and do more like a typical 1 hour live. But we had a COPYTRADE, and if you are part of the COPYTRADE, just go, or if you're not, make sure you join on HOTCOIN and you go into the search bar and type in XRP. I will pop up 30-day P&Ls at 11.52%, 30-day win rates at 61.9%, but that does not tell the story. The story is simply told by, we had a $100 copy trading challenge. We started with $100. We've had 46 people sign up. Only 5 people remain because I suspended it for a little bit as I did further research on the liquidity issues. And then I came back when I seen appropriate, which didn't take long, about a week and a half, 2 weeks. But we started with the $100 challenge. And if you stayed true from trade 1 to the end, we right now are up $136.48, which means on our $100 challenge, we're up 136.48%. I have less than $500 in here because it's a COPYTRADE challenge. I can only use $236.48 on any given trade right now. In the beginning, I could only start $100. So if you stayed true right now and you put $100 in on our COPYTRADE, your $100 now, if you just follow my COPYTRADEs, is up to $236 and some change. So I appreciate everybody who is continuing to support that. As you can see, not very many people, but I still appreciate doing it, and I'm appreciative of the fact we're up 136%. And yesterday, we had a COPYTRADE of about 4.8% on Ethereum. Actually, I don't want to go back into it, but it was 4.8%. We went from being up just over $131 or 131% to now over 135 and some change. So, like I said, I have 136 and some change. I have a lot of fun doing it, and I appreciate everybody who instills the trust. I'm very conservative, but as I said, expect to lose money. Although many of you are finding it not to be the case because you're up a nice amount. So this is the speculation here for anybody who didn't see it in my morning update. XRP news today, Ripple's, and you can follow me copy trading through HOTCOIN. That's in the video description below. Just click on the link, create an account, deposit money in the futures, and then go to the search bar on copy trade and type in XRP and my account will come up. I'm the only person with that in their name. XRP news today. Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin draws SEC's attention again. So let's get down to here. So on Friday, August 9th, Ripple announced the start of testing its stablecoin RLUSD, stating, testing RLUSD. And we'll go through the major X accounts to see if there's any news from anybody associated with Ripple. Because right now, speculation, conjecture, you know, whatever you want to call it. Whatever. Bradley, welcome in. Just got here. Make sure you look in the comments, Bradley. You have a new section of emoji badges. It says XRP Future Millionaire Emotes. And that's in the comments. Just type on the emojis like you normally would. And now you have a special section for the members of Tom's Army that was approved today. I believe there's 12 or 15, whatever YouTube allowed me to do. So, Paul, good morning. Let's see. And you can use that in the comments and lives or regular videos as well. George, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 3 months plus with the XP Meteor. Bradley, thank you for being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. The Diamond Hands badge, or emoji, shares in the chat. Excellent. So now in private beta on the XRP Ledger and Ethereum mainnet, RLUSD has not yet received regulatory approval and therefore is not available for purchase or trading. Please be cautious of scammers who claim they have or cannot distribute Ripple USD. So it was interesting that this was stated by Ripple. They said it has not, we already know this, but it said it has not received regulatory approval. And then you take a step farther, because however, the SEC has warned that the launch of RLUSD would violate U.S. security laws. So that's interesting because we've already heard the SEC say that. So that's why I'm reading this article, because at least they're highlighting an issue possibly here. C-Rad, thank you so much for making me the happiest person in the world today by becoming the newest member in Tom's Army with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. Yes, that is my face superimposed on that emoji badge. I kid you not, and that's how I know you're a brand new member and not somebody re-upping with a newer badge for down the line. And now you have gained yourself access to this private and special emoji badges, the XRP Future Millionaire emotes, in fact. So thank you so much, C-Rad, for joining, and enjoy all of your perks. DocuMine, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for 1 month, or your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. So in April 2024, the SEC filed its remedies-related reply brief reinforcing its case for a punitive penalty, an injunction against Ripple for violating U.S. securities laws. And everybody who likes the sun, there is a Sunny Days emoji badge, emote, for anybody who is in Tom's Army in that special section, and I love it so very much. The SEC's reply brief referenced Ripple's plans to launch a stablecoin, labeling it the issuance of a new unregistered crypto asset. Pro-crypto lawyer Bill Morgan commented on Ripple's announcement, saying Ripple states that RLUSD has not yet received regulatory approval, but Ripple is seeking regulatory approval. This is a big deal. I can think of certain well-known stablecoins that do not enjoy any regulatory approval. United States digital currency, wink, wink. Yes, there's the Sunny Days emoji. I really love that guy. Really love that guy. The SEC and Ripple could enter another legal battle if the SEC disapproves RLUSD. RLUSD could play a significant part in Ripple's U.S. expansion plans following the injunction prohibiting XRP sales to institutional investors. As XRP investors consider the prospects of Ripple stablecoin, uncertainty about SEC plans for an appeal linger. News of the SEC approving RLUSD and the SEC ending in its plans to appeal the program sales, yada, yada, yada. So that's the big deal right now. That's the speculation, the fear, and it's causing some to sell right now because of that big caveat right now, because there is no real regulatory approval for the RLUSD. And now that they have started testing it privately in a beta, now they're on the radar of the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission again, because they haven't got the clarity yet. But neither has Tether, and it still operates without a regulatory clarity. Circle, to my understanding, doesn't really have any regulatory clarity. None of them do, though. The stablecoins are just that. So they're trying to go again. So if they start a long-standing battle for the stablecoin side of it again, they'll be the first stablecoin. Just see what's happening here below the negativity and below the maybe the fear and conjecture, maybe the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the FUD that's coming out. Think of it deeper, just like with the XRP, the Ripple lawsuit with the SEC. They got clarity. They're getting clarity, and they're gaining clarity that only Bitcoin supposedly has. The same thing's going to happen with stablecoins that nobody has. So right now we have fear at 39. Yesterday we had 40 at fear. Last week 34 fear. Last month extreme fear at 25. And we went as high last month as on July 29th we hit 74. So we went from extreme fear to extreme greed to we went as low as extreme fear. Now we have fear. No, paying the fine doesn't mean they can't appeal. No, but if you look at it in certain terms, if the SEC agrees with that fine is the only way that Ripple can pay the fine. See, there's the caveat. The only way Ripple, you're going to see them pay the fine is if the SEC agrees. It's no different than if you get pulled over. The judge makes a suggestion, and then if the cop and you agree, that's put into effect and you sign, and there you go. Just like now, if Ripple pays the fine, that would mean that the SEC agreed to the terms by the judge. If they don't, they're going to appeal it, and Ripple won't be able to pay the fine. I mean, I think that's the caveat that needs to be understood. In the court of law, just because the judge has put in an offer, this is in substance a settlement offer to both sides. Hey, the SEC, you're not getting what you want, but here's so that you don't take as much egg on your chin and you look like you come out victorious in a way. And Ripple, you're not getting off without a fine. You broke security laws by selling to institutions unregistered securities. You said, who gives a rat's ass? We'll take this in the way you see fit, and then we'll pay the fine later on. And that's what's happening now. Vote Republican, please. Yeah, I don't believe Republican or Democrat is the answer. I believe you become your own central bank, because the central bank runs both parties. It's both a pawn. It's a pawn and basically a dog and pony show. It puts you both against each other. So by saying Republican, now you have the mindset that Democrats are evil, and now it's the divide and conquer strategy. I have a better strategy for you. You become your own central bank, and you understand right or left you're being manipulated. Bottom line, central bank runs both parties, and that's just the way it goes. Not my rules, not your rules, but the quicker and the more thoroughly and clearly we understand that prospect, the easier we get through this. Bitcoin right now at 60,234, got rejected at 61,948 as of right now. Mang says, yep, they're the left and right, hands of the same body, 100%. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Let's see. Put in a nice head and shoulders. That looks like a topping reversal, unless Bitcoin plays into a inverse head and shoulders. But again, how strong is that? Did this just come up here to get more liquidity? It almost seems like the last 2 Sundays now it's brought people back in. And then last Sunday we had the hammer dropped. This Sunday, is it going to be another case of the similars? Is this going to be another case of deja vu, which it's starting out that way here on this early Sunday? That's a great way to put it, Mang. Absolutely. I love that so much. Let's see. I don't believe in either party. It's the mission agenda that counts. I believe Trump is our only hope. Unfortunately, what's going to happen after his 4 years? Bonzo. I do agree to a certain extent, just because it's less of 2 cuts of the sword. Let's just say his sword is less sharp. And if you're more, basically from that point of view, if you work and you're not on as much government assistance, you're going to do a little bit better on the appearance. But remember, under Trump, the Fed became stronger than it's ever been and got more money than it's ever received. So it actually expanded more than it ever had in history. So not exactly true to a certain extent. I do like Trump in a personal perspective. I like Trump as a person, and I like what Trump stands for. It's just, if you're in that position, you got there in some way or fashion. And it makes me a little, I don't want to go into it any deeper because I'm not a political person, because I see what's happening and it cuts and divides. But Trump is calling for de-dollarization, as is Harris. They're both calling for crypto to start moving, and they're both calling for, so de-dollarization makes our dollar weaker, which means you better have precious metals like I've been preaching. And then with both of them being the crypto president and the crypto queen now, that just means central bank digital currencies are right around the corner and digital ID is upon us, and that's not good. So start watching out for the wave machines outside where it starts showing your picture and scans you. Start looking into that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to talk anymore about that because this is about XRP here, a conspiracy of its own, but not in the conspiracy theorists, as some would say. So that's Bitcoin. It looks like it could possibly be putting in a topping reversal. Does have to come below 58,431 to invalidate this thesis that it could possibly have an inverse head and shoulders forming. So just pay attention to that if we break that or not. If that breaks, it's a problem. If we stay above it, technically we're still not bearish, and we are above 60,000, but it's coming down very, very quickly. Matt, welcome in. And thank you for being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by and says, what's going on, brother? How's the day going? Hey, it's going great, my friend. Going to my dad's in a little bit for a party for my son, since he's back in town along with my brother. So I'll be gone after 2 o'clock, so I want to do this impromptu live early. If you are a member of Tom's Army, make sure, my friend, you look in the comments right now. Type in the comments as if you're going to type. Click on the emoji, and there's a new category that was approved for me finally today. It's the XRP Future Millionaire emotes, and those are all private emotes just for members of Tom's Army. I wish it was for everybody, but YouTube only allows it to be an additional thing that I can add for members who are in a paid subscription. Right now, XRP's floundering down 3.38% on the day. I tried to front run this for everybody on this morning's update, and I didn't hold any bones when you see what my title was today for the live. No bones were held, because sometimes I feel it's important, and you can see I even put XRP in major trouble, and it's not because of anything other than the fact that, you know, the narrative is shifting here a little bit. And if the SEC does come after XRP or Ripple for the RLUSD, we can see that it's starting to become a tone. And this looks like a bearish bump and run if this breaks down any farther. I know there's a bullish bump and run, but right now it would be bearish down to 54.2. But at 54.2, there is a chance to save this pattern. Boom, back down, back around, back down, and now you could see left shoulder, head, right shoulder possibly. So until this breaks down, this could be by design, and you could get your inverse head and shoulders still in effect right now. So I do think it's a little bearish now, and it might be seeking out, or likely seeking out, that 54.2 cents. But we would have to invalidate a little bit farther. We're oversold in the hourly. 2 hourly still has so much room, it's bad. We came below the 200-day and the 2 hourly, bearish. Below the 2018 resistance, bearish. Below the below the rising channel resistance, bearish. Below the cup and handle resistance, bearish. Not exactly sure what's bullish here right now in the short term, if I'm just being honest. Coming down here, we could hold and try to reverse quickly. Volume, bearish. We had 6 billion in volume come in immediately after that first 24 hours. After they announced what the judge announced and the fine and yada yada yada. Since then, there's only been just over a billion in volume recently. It's fallen off a cliff. Just on MEXC here, you had in the 2 hourly, we had 614 million on the high candle. On this big push here, we had 101. That's 6 times less volume. So the volume has fallen off a cliff when we were having a push up. If we look at a slightly different exchange, and we go to, let's go to Binance. Binance we had coming in a 2 hourly. Let's just go into the daily. And that daily candle on Binance, when that was announced by the judge, we had 163 million in volume on Binance. The next day, it had dropped in half. The day after that, it was already down to 24 million. And now the sell volume is at 14.1 today. So we had much less buy volume after. We still have a golden cross in the daily, but it does appear that we're going to come down and retest that 200-day around 54.19. The fact that that's in a nice level right there at 54.19 cents, and we have that support at 54.2 cents on that formation that was created, and this consolidation, mind you, trying to flip that resistance into support on the 2018 resistance, we created a pattern formation here. It came below it for a brief moment as it retested 40.83, but it reconfirmed that pattern. And if you look at it in a weekly, it never did anything but a wick below. And in a daily sense, we basically had 2 days below, and then on the third day, we rose back above. But now, it's the volume. Look at that volume on the push up. It was crashing. It was crashing. XLM's holding up better, but doesn't that just mean that it's probably just going to fall after? Volume was crashing. Looks to be just behind XRP. If I was a bet man, I'd say we're probably getting closer. Got rejected here at that 10-1. Very bearish. Probably coming down to that support just below. So if you're asking me, is it holding up more, or is it just behind XRP? I'm more under the opinion that it's probably just behind XRP right now, unfortunately. And I mean, that's just where we're at right now. We've definitely got a bearish overtone. And I'm going to talk bearish when we're bearish. I'll talk bullish when I feel like there's a chance. But right now, I think there's more of a chance that XLM's probably going to come back down to 993. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we get an injection of volume here. And this is just a quick sell-off scenario. Laugh aloud, too many people in chat. Is that what it said? How can there be too many people in chat? I am very surprised that there's 151 people in here this morning. In this chat, watch CNN. Oh, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. There's too many people yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, this isn't a political station, so we're trying to stay positivity over negativity. So, you know, I was just responding to some of the comments and my personal belief, one way or the other, and why I don't believe in either. But, yeah. Julie Arwine, welcome in, love. My significant other, for anybody who doesn't know, she's got the XRP Diamond Hands badge. How exciting is that? How exciting is that? The most significant badge we have. And Julie, look in the comments, my love. And click on the comments, click on the emoji badge, and you'll see XRP Future Millionaire emotes. And you can share your personal favorite at any time because you're part of Tom's Army, exclusively to the members of Tom's Army, because that's how YouTube does it. So yeah, great showing today this morning. Make sure to hit that like button if you are tuning in. The XRP Bitcoin pairing, which can give us another look here at what's going on. Julie, go into the comments. Oh, you did? Oh, I didn't see because I was looking at you as you were walking around the corner. I will look the next time somebody comments. So right now the resistance here is at 997. Julie did use the sun. There's the sunny days emote. I love it. I love it. 911, ironically, is the support structure right now on the XRP Bitcoin pairing. So it appears that we're going that way unless we're creating a very strategic W reversal here. Kwame, thank you for sharing the Tom's Army emote badge. I love that. That is such a cool badge. That is such a cool badge. I love that one. I love it. The government will let it run when they're ready. Yep. Indeed. And, you know, I think it's going to, a lot of this is going to align with the release of the central bank digital currencies, which is going to be interesting in the next year or so. You're going to start hearing a lot more about this in 25, so just be prepared. Gold and silver, opportunity of the making, except right now, it's not at 1700 when I begged everybody to buy. It's at 2400. Silver's at about 2744. Of course, not at the 1617 it was when we were begging you to buy. Around there. And B2 gold right now fell off 10.5%. As it had a little bit of a up and down in earnings and revenue, but it's a tremendous opportunity. I bought back in the substantial part of my holdings at $2.38 again. So if it comes down, I will continue buying more. But unless I say otherwise, I'm back in it for the long hold again. And I sold at $3 last time. Bought back in initially, resold at $3.15, bought back in at $2.83, sold at $3. And then now you see where we're at now. Had a bad feeling about what was coming down the pipeline because of previous earnings, but I thought B2 Gold will shake this off very quickly here as we're tremendously undervalued. My fair market value for B2 Gold with everything I've seen studying all of the numbers, is around $6.26. So it is severely undervalued, very undervalued, but it could take several years to achieve that number. I'm just reminiscing the last big XRP run up from 38 to 98. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I'm not saying XRP is breaking down here. I'm just saying the onset here is that it's bearish. And if we continue down this road, 54.4 cents is the next obvious area for us to retest. Now, this could be a W reversal. In the 4-hourly, we didn't give up the 200-day. We're trying to ride the 100-day still. And if we can get back over in a quick and swift motion here, of course, we can invalidate the bearish thesis if and when we just get over 57.4 cents. The moment we're over 57.4, we're back to a bullish thesis. That's the 2018 resistance. If we're over it and trying to use that support, we flip bullish. Below it, we're bearish. It's just that simple. That's how close we are to bullish and bearish. So it's a true fight between the bulls and the bears here. A true fight between the bulls and the bears here. So it's a very, very interesting time we are in right now. And if we're looking at some of the technical indicators here for anybody who's still here, market capitalization here is at 31.812 billion. Fully diluted market cap at 56.7 billion. Trading volume in the last 24 hours is down to 1.051 billion. All-time highs is 331 on this. Circulating supply is 56.1. And total circulating supply is 99.987 billion in the future. Now, if we go to some more details here, we can see just in the short term here. Well, I want to go farther into the technicals, but actually, no, let's read this first. In the last week, we're up 2.5%. In the last month, we're up 26.7%. In the last 3 months, up 13.9%. In the last 6 months, up 7%. Year to date, down 7.46%. And in 1 year, we're down 9.74 or 9.78%. If we go to the 4-hourly, because the daily is always going to be mixed up. The 4-hourly, we have 7 neutral, 2 buy, 2 sell in the oscillators. And the moving averages, we have 11 sell, 3 buy, 1 neutral. So flip strong sell in the 4-hourly. And overall summary, 13 sell, 8 neutrals, and 5 buys in the 4-hourly. Right now we have, and we'll start with the Fibonacci. The support 3 is at 42, support 2, and this is in the 4-hourly, at 47.5, and support 1 is at 50.9. Our pivot point's at 56.4, which we've reached the pivot point in the Fibonacci. We break this according to Fibonacci. Next support is at 50.9 cents. If we hold this, our next resistance is at 61.9 cents. Resistance 2, 65.4, and resistance 3, 70. Unfortunately, we got rejected at Fibonacci resistance 1 at 61.9. Force us back down to pivot point levels at 56.4, and a breach of this level would lead us to support floor, or support 1 according to the Fibonacci at 56.4 cents. And now we go through the moving averages. So exponential moving average 10-day, sell at 58 cents. Simple moving average 10, sell at 58.4. Exponential moving average 20 is a sell if it hits 58 cents, or that's where it hits sell at the 20-day. Simple moving average 20, sell at 59.1. Exponential moving average 30, sell at 57.6. Simple moving average 30, sell at 57.8. Exponential moving average 50, sell at 57. Simple moving average suggestor could be a buy window on the 50-day at 55.2. There's a buy. Exponential moving average at 157 cents, sell. Simple moving average 100 at 57.7, sell. Exponential moving average 200-day at 55.8 is a buy. Simple moving average at 256.4 is a buy. So we could get some upward volatility as we bounce around between the buy and sell levels. Volume weighted moving average 20, 59.6 sell. Ichimoku based line 926.52, 26.56.8 neutral at 56.8 cents. Hall moving average 9 at 56.9 is a sell. Relative strength index 14 is at 46.388 is neutral. Stochastic 14.33 percentage is at 13.9 neutral. Commodity channel index 20 minus 132 is a buy, because when it's negative, it's typically stronger buys, but it's at negative 132.85 at a buy. Average directional index 14, 21.08 neutral. Awesome oscillator at 0.0105 neutral. Momentum 10 is flipped negative, minus 0 or negative 0.02018 sell. MACD moving average convergence divergence levels 12 and 26.004 is a sell. And this isn't my speculation. This is based on right on TradingView, the actual charts. Consider this like artificial intelligence putting all the numbers together in one place. And I've been showing you this more often. Williams percent range 14 minus 84.87742. That is a buy still. Bull bear power minus or negative 0.02821 neutral. And the ultimate oscillator 71428 is 39.46924 or 945 neutral. Somebody said it's already built in for an XRP target of $2.45. Can't disagree with that. Can't disagree with that because obviously you know some layer of technical analysis, friend. Because the technical target out of this massive consolidation for 6.5 years is $2.40. If we break bullish out of that 6.5 year consolidation, which could be 7 by the end of it, if it breaks bullish, the technical target is $2.40. So obviously, you know something about technical analysis. And if and when it does break out, it would be set in stone for that in the future if it breaks bullish. So, and that can go all the way until this year, and we could drop all the way back down near 38 to 40 cents, and it still remains bullish. So yes, I absolutely appreciate your number because that actually is correct. That actually checks out. So he's not just BSing in the comments. That actually checks out through my own analysis. If we break bullish out of the long, overwhelming pattern formation that's been since 2016 or 18. So Ariel, absolutely on the money. Things are definitely changing though. Even my most anti-crypto friends are now asking me how to buy and store XRP. The normies are getting in. To an extent, yes, they are. But they're only getting in right now because the public perception has told them to as the price has rose. So we'll see. But you're right too, because the closer we get to 25 and especially 26 and 28, you're going to get more and more. So you want to be in on the ground floor. You don't want to be in after everybody tries to figure it out. You already want to be set in place. You want to understand exactly what's going on. I agree with mass adoption starts in 25. That's always been the plan. In my opinion, I've been preaching this since 21. Remember, 25 is when it starts to flip up for us in a way. To a lot of different factors. Maybe not the price so much, but it starts to move in our favor. The price will start to in time, but a lot of it's starting to move in our favor. But guys and gals, I got to get going here. I got to go with help Julie right now because we got to get ready to leave here in just about an hour and a half for my son's party. So I appreciate everybody who tuned into this live. I will see you later for a short, but a live tonight is probably impossible. So with that being said, thank you all so much. Have a blessed Sunday. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you made it until the end, hashtag be better, do better in the comments. Make sure if you're looking to trade crypto, video description below. You can find ways to do that. If you want to join Tom's Army and pay it forward, you can do that. If you appreciate my work, consider one time this month sending YouTube Super Chat. Or especially hitting the subscribe button. If you are a member of Tom's Army, you have those special emoji badges now for commenting. It's in the, if you go into the comments, just click your normal emoji signal, the emoji symbol. And then you'll see XRP Future Millionaire emotes. And you have your own special customized emojis. Have a